are you doing? This is your girl Beth Awino, and I'm back again with another lesson. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Please feel at home and consider joining this amazing family. If you are not new, welcome back, and thank you so much for always supporting your girl. So on today's video, I have a special guest, and we are talking about acquiring and maintaining wealth. Okay, let's go straight to the video. So family, we are back, and at this moment I'll let my guest introduce himself.
Hello guys, my name is Arnold. I'm a part of this big family, and I would like to thank Beth for this opportunity, and I'm really excited to discuss with you guys finance matters, and hope you enjoyed the content today.
Yes, so guys, we are just going to go straight to the video, and we are going to start with the difference between being rich and being wealthy. In my opinion, or in simple terms, being rich is short term. It's just passive, or once the money, you are rich at a certain period. Once the money gets over, then the richness also goes.
Yeah.
And then being wealth is a long term. It's like you've already made your saving, you have planned yourself, you can live without any worry. Arnold, your opinions on
True.
that?
I agree with you. Being rich, in most people's eyes, being rich seems like you have to own these lavish cars and you have to own these huge sums of money, which to me is the contrary. I feel like being wealthy should be the objective and the goal of everyone. Personally, I want to be wealthy and not rich, and the difference for me is time. Time is the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich is you will probably have this money for 1-2 years, but being wealthy is generational. You can have one generation with the money, and then again the other generation with the money. So for me, is time is the difference.
Nice. So 7 principles of acquiring and maintaining wealth, and the first point that you need to know is paying yourself first. It's very important to pay yourself first, because you have worked for the money, so you need to work for yourself first, and you need to not to save 10% of your earnings. Okay, can you elaborate on that?
For me, the 10% is very critical, and 10% is for someone who can do more. I would encourage them to do more. If you can do more than 10%, the better. But 10%, guys, has to be the minimum. I'll give you an analogy. The moment you are paid, you pay the landlord, you buy your clothes, you buy your food, but you forget to pay yourself.
Exactly.
And that's the key point. You have to pay yourself first. That 10%, guys, if you put it aside for a better future, for a prosperous future, trust me, guys, it will be very critical in the future.
Yes, and on to second principle, which is protecting your principle. Yes, so on this point, you need to know it's very important to protect what you have saved. You need to protect it. You need to do your analysis. You need to invest well. You need to do really your analysis, so that you do not end up wasting whatever you have saved.
Correct. Okay. Personally, I believe that saving is not enough, and in order for you to be wealthy, you need to invest it in different kind of investment vehicles. You might invest it in stocks, you may invest it in the real estate, you may invest it in other vehicles that you feel will generate more income for you. And protecting that wealth, just like Beth is saying, guys, protecting that wealth is very critical, because it's your hard-earned money. You've woken up very early in the morning, you went to job, you're paid, and you've put that 10% aside. It would be very bad if that money, you cannot secure it, you cannot, get it back at least. There are those investments that, well, they didn't work out so well. But at least try and invest in things that you're sure that money will probably get back. At least get back the principal. Even if you not get the profit, at least get back the principal. Yeah.
Okay. On to the third principle. Okay.
For me, the third principle is budget your expenditure as well. All right.
Yeah.
This includes having a weekly or a monthly budget that works in the best for you or your household. So you have to budget your money well. Let's say you paid 100,000. So the 10% is for your future, and you have to live with the 90,000. Okay, guys, do not live on the whole 100,000, and budget the 90,000 accordingly, that you don't touch the 10,000. That's the 10%.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Right. And just to expound on this third principle is that you need to weigh or to analyze your necessities so that
Correct.
you know what is necessary. Do not confuse between a necessary and a want. So
Correct.
if just do what you need.
Yes.
A need, not
Yeah.
a want, and then you will be good to go.
Correct.
You won't regret doing that. On to the fourth principle, please.
The fourth principle for me is getting wisdom or getting advice from people who are knowledgeable in this area of investing. We say, number one, set aside the 10% budget so that you don't spend it on things you don't need to impress people you don't like. Number three is protect your income. At the same time, you have to get experience, and you have to get exposure, and you have to get wisdom from people who know how to invest in profitable activities.
Investments, yeah.
Correct. So even if you don't have a financial advisor, you don't have to have the most expensive one.
Yeah.
You can brainstorm with friends. What are the things that you probably can invest in that are profitable to you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So on to principle number 4, which is putting your money to work. This is by investing. Do not just let your money sit there. Put it so that it works for you. It creates for you income. Even if you're working, you're traveling, you're retired, the money is bringing income. Okay. What are your
correct.
thoughts on that?
Yeah. Wealth, like we said at the beginning of the video, is and should be the objective of everyone. And again, it doesn't come overnight.
Sure.
It comes with time, and just like Beth said, you have to put your money to work. You have to invest it, and it has to generate you income again. And the moment you get that income from your investments, reinvest it again so that it gets you more income. And by that and acquiring it more and more again, it will eventually you'll become wealthy.
Yeah.
So again, guys, invest, but invest wisely.
Correct. So on to principle number 5, which is owning your home. Family, you know how much you spend on rent. It's like rent takes like, I think, 80% of what we earn. So owning your home is like, in the long term, you converted what was a liability to an asset. So owning your home is very important. It's very critical, as it will reduce your expenses and helps you to save more for future. Yes.
However, I would like to put across a very key point that even if you want to own a home, remember the first principle. The 10%. Even if you're paying mortgage on the house, let that mortgage be within the 90%. Do not
Exactly.
let it
Yeah,
touch the 10%.
Sure.
So if you have a mortgage, and definitely everyone wants to own a home at probably some time in the future,
Okay.
even if you're paying a mortgage, do not let that mortgage touch the 10%. So
Exactly.
reduce your other expenses for you to be able to pay that mortgage on time, so that you don't default on the house and then the house is taken away from you by the bank.
Yeah, sure. That is very true and it's very key. So you need to get note of that. Okay, on to principle number 6, which is planning for your retirement. So if you are a working person, even if you are a business person, it will come a point where you need to take rest. You need to end the business because of your age, and for you to have a good retirement, you really need to plan for it in case of any natural happenings, God forbid, so that you do not leave your family in a bad state. So planning for your retirement is a very critical way of acquiring and maintaining wealth.
I'll give you a very good analogy, guys. Imagine you're 55 years old or you're 65 years old and you don't have any income. You don't have any source of income.
Exactly.
Trust you me, I might not be, or I might not look 65, but I can tell you it's not a good feeling. So plan for your future and plan it wisely. You can plan for your future through so many ways. You can take a lifetime or life insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
You can invest in real estate that will appreciate with time, and by the time you're 65, you can, sell it and liquidate it and get the money and invest it in other retirement vehicles. So guys, ensure your future, just like Beth said, just to add on your point. If you prematurely leave the world, God forbid, COVID has been there. We've seen people losing their lives and leaving families devastated and with nothing to live upon. So guys, ensure your future. You never know what might happen. And this goes back to point number 1, that 10%. If you keep it aside and you save it and you invest in it, it will help you on your rainy days.
Yeah, it will really help you on your rainy days. Okay, so on to our last principle, which is increasing your income. You do not want to depend on one income, as you'll have it will restrict you to doing so many things. So find a side hustles, look for ways to improve your skills so that your performance increases, so that you can earn more and save and invest and plan for your future well.
Correct. Again, very, very critical. Increase your earnings. These might be the first principle. The reason as to why this is the last principle is because everyone in this world earns something.
Exactly.
And everyone has something. But some people or many people will take it like, this is the first principle. I have to look for another job, or I have to look for a higher paying job for me to become wealthy. No, guys.
No.
It's the contrary. This is the last principle, and it's the last principle for a reason.
Sure.
Because you have started your journey, you started the 10%, you have budgeted everything, now you want to increase it, and then you start the cycle again. So guys, if you're in a job that you can be able to increase your skills, do it.
Yeah, correct.
If you're in a job that you can be able to do a side hustle on the side, do it.
Go ahead.
Correct?
Yes, correct.
We have 24 hours in a day.
Yes.
And you're at work for 8 hours. And you're sleeping for 8 hours. What do you do the rest of the 8 hours?
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
So invest in your time wisely. Get a side hustle. Improve your skills. And with time, you'll become, and you'll be able to increase your income. And then you'll be able to do the steps from step number 1.
Yes.
And as the journey continues, you'll become wealthier and wealthier.
Yeah. Yes, guys. So, guys, just bonus points on ways you can lose whatever you have saved. So, the first point is loaning your money to the family and friends who don't pay back. Please, my family, I'm not saying it's you, but I'm just saying it's a point that drains so many. So you really need to be very careful. You think twice before giving your money. So if you're loaning money out, be very ready to cover the expense, because you are not so sure whether your money will come back. Their friends, their family, you cannot push them. So just, that's a way that you lose what you've saved. Another way, please.
Another way that you can lose your money is investing in things that you don't know, or things that you're not aware of. You know,
Exactly.
you invest in something that you haven't done your due diligence enough. You don't understand it to begin with. And that's the most worst thing that you can do in an investment. If you invest in something that you have no idea in, trust you me, at the end of the day, you will definitely lose your money.
You lose your money. So so you really need to do proper research, proper due diligence, so that you do not lose what you have saved. Okay. So another way is spending on wants rather than needs.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So needs are very basic, but wants are for luxury. So do not waste your money on what you do not need. Okay. Yes.
Another way of losing your money quickly is investing in they're called Ponzi schemes, or get rich quick schemes.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get something on the internet and it tells you it's going to make you a millionaire overnight. I've never tried them, but I've had stories and experiences from people who try them and they are regretting it.
Yeah.
Just like we said at the beginning of the video, being wealthy takes time.
Yes.
So you have to be aware. You have to open your third eye in seeing such kind of Ponzi schemes and get rich quickly schemes, and just cancel them out and walk away from them.
Nothing comes quick. Nothing comes quick at all. So you really need to work your way through getting wealthier and maintaining it. If you go for shortcuts, for sure you will lose it. You will lose it. So do not rush without knowing what you're getting into. Okay. Yes.
Correct.
Just your final thoughts.
My final thoughts on today's topic is, guys, you don't have to be, or you don't have to earn a lot of money. What matters the most is what you're left with after you've done your expenses and you've your expenditure is done. So what matters the most is not how much you earn, but how much you keep for yourself and what you use it for.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly,
so for me, guys, I would seek and urge you to follow these principles. And might I add that these are not our principles. We have learned these through other people also, and we have read these through books and also learnings as well. So we encourage you to continue learning, because learning never stops.
Learning never ends. Yes, guys. So let us know what are your thoughts about this video. Comment down below. What are the principles you use? How are you planning to increase and maintain your wealth? If you know other principles, please comment down below. Let us know what you think about this video. If you need more elaboration on the same, let us know and we'll do it for you. Okay. And do not forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and share, like, subscribe, and do not forget to put that bell notification so that each and every time we put up a video, you'll be the first one, because on this channel it's about learning. So you do not want to miss any video. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for supporting your girl each and every time. Okay. Much love. Talk to you on my next video. Adios.